They say that legends never die. But what if some of the greatest legends of the automotive world were buried in time, left behind in the fast lane of history? Today we're going to talk about 5 forgotten supercars that deserve a comeback. These aren't just cars, they're masterpieces of engineering, passion, and vision. And once you learn about them, you'll wonder how they ever got left behind. So buckle up and get ready to rediscover some of the most incredible, yet underappreciated cars ever built. Before we start, we ask you to subscribe to our channel. This will motivate us to continue producing interesting and exciting content. Thank you. Let's get started. We start with a machine that looks like it could have rolled off the set of a 70s James Bond film. This is the Tomaso Pantera. The brainchild of Alejandro de Tomaso, an Argentinian racing driver and carmaker, the Pantera was a daring mix of Italian flair and American muscle. Powered by a Ford 351 Cleveland V8, this beauty produced up to 330 horsepower, giving it a top speed of 160 miles per hour. But it wasn't just about raw power. The Pantera was designed with precision. It had sleek lines, pop-up headlights, and a design that screamed exotic. And yet, for all its looks and performance, it never managed to rise to the status of Ferrari or Lamborghini. Part of the problem was its price. At $10,000 in the 1970s, the Pantera was relatively affordable for a supercar, but the quality control was hit or miss. Early models were plagued with issues like rust, electrical problems, and overheating. Over time, despite improvements, the Pantera was overshadowed by its rivals, fading into the background. Today, enthusiasts still love this car, and restored models can fetch a pretty penny at auction. But compared to its more famous counterparts, the Pantera remains a forgotten gem of the automotive world. Next up, we have a car so rare, even hardcore car fans might struggle to remember it. The Cizeta-Moroder V16T was a wild concept brought to life by a team of ex-Lamborghini engineers, including Claudio Zampalli and legendary music producer Giorgio Moroder. The goal? Create a car like nothing else on the road. And boy did they succeed. Under the hood, or rather behind the driver, was a massive 6.0-liter V16 engine. Yes, you heard that right, a V16. Producing 540 horsepower, this beast could reach speeds of over 200 miles per hour. It was futuristic, angular, and everything a supercar should be. So why haven't you heard of it? Well, timing is everything in the car world, and the Cizeta V16T was released right as the global recession hit. With a price tag north of $300,000, few could afford it. Only 10 cars were ever built. But here's the kicker. The V16T was more than just a car. It was a dream on wheels. It took years of painstaking design and refinement. Despite its failure to take off, its influence on the supercar world is undeniable. If you're into the 1980s retro-futuristic style, then the Vector W8 might just blow your mind. The brainchild of American engineer Jerry Wiegert, the Vector W8 was designed to be America's answer to Ferrari and Lamborghini. And it wasn't just a looker. This supercar was powered by a twin-turbocharged V8 engine, cranking out 625 horsepower. But what made the Vector W8 truly special was its sci-fi look. With its wedge-shaped body, pop-up headlights, and aerospace-inspired interior, it looked like something straight out of Blade Runner. Yet, it wasn't all just for show. The W8 was capable of hitting speeds of 242 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest cars of its time. Unfortunately, like many innovators, Wiegert's vision didn't translate into long-term success. The Vector was notoriously difficult to build, and the company ran into financial issues. Only 17 cars were made before production was halted. Despite its high performance and wild design, the Vector W8 never found the spotlight it deserved. Not all forgotten cars are from the era of wild supercars and outlandish designs. The ISO Grifo, an elegant Grand Tourer from the 1960s, blended Italian craftsmanship with American muscle, much like the Pantera. Designed by the legendary Giorgetto Giugiaro and powered by a Corvette engine, the Grifo combined style and speed in a way that few cars could. It was sleek, fast, and beautifully proportioned, capable of speeds up to 171 miles per hour. Yet, despite its potential, the ISO Grifo never really caught on. Its exclusivity, high price, and competition from more famous names like Ferrari and Maserati kept it in the shadows. Production ended in 1974, and today, it's mostly remembered by hardcore classic car aficionados. But make no mistake, this car is a true masterpiece. Its combination of style, performance, and rarity makes it one of the most sought-after collectibles in the world of classic cars today. Our final car is a true legend in the rallying world but forgotten by many outside of it. The Lancia Stratos was a purpose-built rally car, designed to dominate the dirt and gravel tracks of the World Rally Championship in the 1970s. And dominate it did. With a Ferrari V6 engine producing 190 horsepower, the Stratos was lightweight, nimble, and had a short wheelbase that made it perfect for tight corners. It won 3 consecutive World Rally Championships from 1974 to 1976. But despite its success on the track, the Stratos was short-lived. After just 5 years of production, Lancia stopped making the Stratos. Only 492 were ever built, and while it's revered by rally fans, it's often overlooked in the pantheon of great sports cars. Today, the Lancia Stratos is an icon for those in the know, but for most, it's just another forgotten piece of automotive history. So there you have it, 5 incredible cars that, despite their beauty, power, and innovation, slipped through the cracks of automotive history. Forgotten by most, but cherished by a few. Let us know in the comments which of these cars you'd want to drive, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories from the hidden corners of the car world. If you have any video suggestions, please write them in the comments. Who knows, maybe we'll implement them in the next video. Until next time, keep driving and keep discovering.